Welcome back to the channel, everybody, for Ballarat Cup Day. 10 races at Ballarat, including the Eureka Stockade and the feature of the day, the Ballarat Cup. Looking forward to this meeting. Hoping to bounce back off what was a very disappointing week last week, only finding one winner, but it was very impressive in Brayden Star. But let's get into the preview and find some winners.
Race number 1 on Ballarat Cup Day is a mare's benchmark 7-out handicap over the 1200 metres, and I'm with Hypothetical here. Building a nice little record for herself. 3 wins from the 5 starts and 2 minor placings. Good record at the distance. A win from 2 starts and a second. Handles all conditions. Ben Malum knows the horse well. Winnable weight and does draw wide. I prefer this horse on the outside of runners, so very good chance. Defining for second, I thought was the only danger to the favourite. Team McAvoy bring it. Home track advantage, being trained at Ballarat, and the McAvoys have been known to target this race meeting. Just a query first up off a pretty long layup, having not raced since the 21st of the 5th of this year. That's my only query, but it's a good chance. Devil's Triangle brings Sydney form and the complete opposite, diverse form, you could say. And Belsielle, if she found a best, she'd be a good chance, but at $16, I'd want to see her do it first. But Hypothetical is a very good chance in the first. Race number 2 at Ballarat is the Vobus Gold Eureka Stockade over the 1400 metres. Only a very short field here of 6 runners, and I think that the class horse of this field can shine above, and that's King's Consort. They're trained by the Freedmans, going to be ridden by Ethan Brown. It's got to carry the big weight with 59 kilos, and he's only won 1 race from 9 starts, but should make that 2 from 9 starts and should be winning here. Has experience at the track, having 2 starts at Ballarat for the 1/3, and does handle soft ground well enough. Having not won on the surface, has 2 seconds and 2/3 from 4 starts, and third up has had 1 start for 0 placings, but arguably his best just wins this. And the other class runner in the field is El Padrino, but I don't really like his chances, and I'll get to him in a minute. I thought Deekay for second is the form runner of the race. Has had 3 starts for the 2 wins in the third. The last 2 starts coming this campaign. Was very good at Bendigo last start in a 64. Just got to come up in grade to this level, but can do it, I think. El Padrino, I was thinking it was a bit of a risk. Has had 4 runs this campaign. Hasn't showed a lot. So I couldn't tip you into it, but yeah, can run well. And Shuriken for 4th. But I'm with King's Consort and the Vobus Gold Eureka Stockade, 35 the win. Race number 3 at Ballarat is the Magic Millions 2-year-old classic over the 1,000 metres for the youngsters, and I'm with Pure Paradise. Has got the race day experience and comes out of a very good race, and being the debutante stakes at Caulfield at listed level behind King's Gambit, the impressive winner that day. Zach Spain takes the reins here, carrying 56 kilos. I can't believe the horse is 850, considering it has a listed placings to its campaign already. And made up a stack of ground and hit the line hard at Caulfield last start. 6 weeks between runs, no issue for mine. Race day experience, listed placing, 850 was a spoil. Malaboom for second, I thought was the one that could knock it off. 56 kilos for Damien Oliver. Matty Dale brings it down from Canberra. Barrier 13 was my only query, though. Sunsource for third. Aussie Kahir and the famous colours of their stable here for Daniel Moore and the Buston Camp, $8, good chance. And Amelie, who I have a little bit of a share in, is a good chance here for the McAvoys. By all reports, she's going well. Hopefully she handles the soft ground. The blinkers do go on for this start, so hopefully she can run well for me. But I'm with Pure Paradise in Race 3, the 2-year-old classic. Race number 4 is the benchmark 70, handicap over the 1100 metres, and I'm with Ice Pick Nick, the class runner in the field, and should just be winning here, let's be honest. 2 from 2 to start its campaign, and then we've stepped up to the 1100 metres for the Vobus Gold Dash. I thought it was a bit disappointing, but it was still good run running 4th behind Midwest, but the leader was often gone on that occasion. And then stepped up to the 1400 metres and ran well behind Jimmy the Bear. We've all seen what that horse has done since, and as well Cardinal Gem. Back back to the 1100 metres here. First up, Ben Malum aboard 59 kilos. It's in this race to his ears, and I think he'll be winning here first up. My second selection, Najem Suhail, can win, but just has a massive weight and 62 kilos from barrier 10. I'm just going to make it hard and hasn't ticked that soft track box yet. Evening Glory for third. I think he'll handle the ground, but is only first up with a massive weight. But I did think it was over the odds at $13, and La Caresse at 21. It's probably not up to this class, but I think at the odds, and that the fact that she'll handle the ground is a chance and is consistent enough. But Ice Picnic for mine, race 4, Ballarat. Race number 5 at Ballarat, and it is a benchmark 78 handicap over the mile distance, and I'm with a rougher here, and there's quite a lot of them in this race that I can make a case for, very open in this race, but I'm with Ain'tnodeeldun. I think you just got to back the class of the race, and that's what he certainly is here. He drops from a benchmark 90 handicap back to a 78, and that run came first up at Flemington, where he ran 7th over the mile. So here's the mile grounding underneath him. He might want one more, which is my one query, and the other query is, will he handle this soft track? But I think that he'll handle the soft ground, and he's a very classy horse on his day, and barrier 10 will give him every chance. And John Allen is an aggressive rider. I've always said that this horse is an aggressive rider, and it is carrying 60 kilos from last start, carrying 54, so up 6 kilos, but is miles back in great, and the blinkers are coming off. Star of Chaos for second. If this track was a genuine heavy track, just wins this. 54.5 kilos, third up. Very good record, third up. 2 starts for the 1 win and 2 starts on heavy for the 1 win. So is a very good chance if the track is in genuinely rain affected. Our Redente still has to get into the field at $6, but would be the one to beat. And Legend of Zorro, my big roughie for this race. I found it hard to see why he's at a big price. I mean, I can see why. I mean, he hasn't placed in a long time, but fourth up, handles, likes Ballarat, likes the distance, and does enjoy a soft ground. And I thought at 34s he was worth a little bit of a play, but Ain'tnodeeldun for mine in the benchmark 78 race 5, and Star of Chaos I'm going to have something on as well. Race number 6 at Ballarat, and it's a benchmark 84 handicap over the 2,000 metres, and I'm with Right You Are, the one to beat here. Very good run on Melbourne Cup Day. I think it was Melbourne Cup Day. Yes, it was. In the benchmark 90 handicap. Comes back to an 84 now, up to the 2,000 metres. Malum sticks, but does go up slightly weight, but is drawn well in barrier 7. Think this horse is the one to beat. Open favourite, and I think should be winning here. And to be honest, is the one to beat, because it's had very good grounding for this. It's at the mile run, also the 1,800 metre run. It was very good last start without a lot of luck, where the leader was nicked off and gone. One to beat. Parisian Dancer is the main danger, with the track being as wet as it probably will be. Loves Ballarat and is locally trained, has that advantage. Wyclif probably needs a dry ground to be any chance. And Castlereagh, the only way that this horse can win is if they burn it across from its barrier of 15 and take the lead and try and sneak a winning margin. But Right You Are for mine in race 6, the benchmark 84. I'm going to have 25 to win on that. And race number 7 at Ballarat is the Magic Millions Classic for the 3 and 4 year olds over the 1,100 metres for the speedsters. And I am with Direct for Zach Spade and Lloyd Cannowell. Drawn well in barrier 7. 2 from 2 since losing his 2 best mates. Open $4 favourite. And I think he'll be justifying that quote and bolting in here. Has had 1 run at Cranbourne for a second. Is very effective on any sort of track conditions, soft, heavy, good, doesn't matter. I think he'll be just winning here, because you can tie his form into Profiteer, who he ran third to down the straight, and then you can also tie Profiteer into Nature Strip. So has got good form around him direct. I think he'll be winning here. Elite Icon probably prefers a dry track at the Valley, where he can sneak up a posse and kick off it and win. But just a query on him on soft ground, though the last start did assure me that he'll handle it in running third on a heavy 10 at the Valley. Red Hot Nick has got good form, and Pink Cashmere was a very good maiden winner and debut winner. and does carry 54 kilos for Tionusa, dropping from 56 from last start on the synthetic. But direct for mine, 35 the win in the Magic Millions Classic. Race number 8 at Ballarat, and it's the featured solicited Sportsbet Ballarat Cup over the 2,000 metres, and I think Atishu, the one to beat here for Ollie and Chris Waller for Sky Racing. Drawn barrier 657 kilos, very good chance. 2 from 2 at the 2,000, 2 from 2 at the 2,000, and handles all conditions. Clearly the one to beat. Longvillers is the only danger that I can see here. Handles the soft ground. Second up is 2 from 3. Just a courier who's going to ride it. But it's probably going to be a lightweight jockey considering it's got 54.5 kilos, barrier 14, good chance, $6. Polygrey, the other one that comes right into this race with the rain-affected ground for Ben Mallam. Third up, loves it third up, has only missed a top 3 spot once third up, and does love soft ground. And I think of that hold this horse in very good stead. And Tokorangi, the last start, third place at massive odds in the matriarch, and I think can do so again here at $26 at 54 kilos, and does drop a kilo from last start. But a tissue for mine in the listed Sportsbet Ballarat Cup, 45 the win, very confident. Race number 9 at Ballarat is a benchmark 100 over the 1,200 metres, and I'm quite keen on one here, and that's Cristani for Alana Kelly and Pat Carey. Fourth up, 2 placings to its campaign so far. Third in the dual choice plate behind a mixed moment. And last start, a listed placing in the MSS Security Sprint down the straight behind Vespertine and Shelby 66. Drops a stack, well, drops in weight from last start, carrying 54 last start. Only now on the weekend carries 51.5 kilos, and at $9. For a horse that goes for it and is drawn a gate to go for it and barrier 4. Hello. Snapper I've got for a second I thought was I thought $5 for Snapper. Geez, he'd have to be a pretty interesting run to be $5, and he is. He can win here. Barrier 1 leads this field easily, drops a lot in weight from last start, drops 7 kilos from last start after his win in the Grand Handicap at Flemington last day of the Carnival, beating Hypothetical, who I'm pretty keen on in the first race, and proved he can win away from Moonee Valley, so there's a good chance here. Snapper. Curran gets back, but does motor home. That's the way he's always been, and it does have a winnable weight. And Nicolini Vito charged home at Flemington last start to miss the chocolates, only just though, but with Cristani in the benchmark 100, race 9. And race number 10 on the day is a benchmark 84 handicap over the 1,400 metres to close the card on this massive day, and I'm with Detonator Jack. The good thing in the last to break us out here, 4 from 5, tough win last start at Flemington, and you'd think there'd be room to improve second up, and I think can do so, and will be winning here. Barrier 5, 2 from 2 at the 1,400 metres, 2 from 2 on soft ground. John Allen sticks with 60.5 kilos. Does rise 6.5 kilos from last up, but that does not worry me. He's a class runner of this field and should be winning here. I've got Munamek for second, who ran very close to him last start, but couldn't quite beat him. Does get 58.5 for Damien Oliver, and he does go up doesn't go up as much in weight as Detonator Jack does, but and is still a good chance in Munamek. Riot and Rose, very good horse. Just a query, can he do it first up off such a long break of over a year? So just wanting to see him do it first. And Green Fire was very good at Flemington over the Carnival. First up from overseas. At the 1,400 metres, and I think can go on with it. And he's 2 from 2, second up. Just a query on heavy ground, but has had a couple of nice placings on rain-affected ground. But for mine, Detonator Jack and a last for mine, 35 the win. Thank you for watching my preview for the listed Ballarat Cup Day meeting. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I back some winners, and I hope I improve on my disappointing performance last weekend, only tipping one winner. But Brayden Star will be a good horse come the autumn and potentially the spring next year. But looking forward to Sandown Cup Day next weekend, and I'll see you then.